Hello, my friends, and welcome to a beautiful starry night on TimeShot. Da 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 da. All right. So first, let's sleep. Let's sleep. Sleep. Okay. So wanted to show you guys some of the stuff I've been working on and talk about some stuff and things. So as you can see, I managed to get boom, bada, boom, all three of those towers up and at it. Now, as you can obviously tell, they are missing the iron. So the dirt blocks will be replaced with iron. Never fear, they will not look like that permanently. When they're finished, they'll look like this fancy thing. Isn't that lovely? By the way, I'm starting to use this zoom feature more often, and it's just so fun. I can just zoom at all the things. Makes me feel like a sneaky person. So what you doing there, Shimori? Shimori, what you doing there? Huh? Anyway, so we managed to get those done. And the next step is to go ahead and do these kind of corner-y corner. I mean, it's not a corner because it's a circle. But to do these other towers. I've also got these open spaces in between, which I'm probably going to turn into like gardens or stuff. I don't know if I mentioned that before. But what I need to do currently is figure out some sort of doorway into these. I might just like make a little thing here. Maybe, possibly. Because this needs to have an access point to get in here, I think. Alternative option might be to put some sort of door like right here. Something like that. So I haven't quite decided what I want to do for accessing these actual like little garden areas, but they're at least leveled out now, and the towers over there are almost complete. It does take a very long time to gather iron. I've been spending a lot of time at the AFK farms, at Edson's at least, just waiting, doing it while I'm working on other stuff to collect more iron. And I always think like, oh man, I've got 3 stacks. That's perfect. And then I come back here and it like finishes maybe 1 tower. And then I'm like, oh, wow. So I'm really going to need a lot more iron. And I was planning on doing these other towers, very similar design, just slightly different because it's like on the corner or on an angle, I guess is a better way of saying that. But that's a lot of iron again. So what I'm thinking is I might use the clay as an alternative. It's not like, it's not the white of the iron, but you can see it here. Here's a good little comparison. But it is kind of a really nice light purpley gray, which I actually really like. This is one of my favorite colors. I used to have this old apartment where I lived in this like abandoned, it was basically abandoned. People shouldn't have been living there. It was a fire hazard, but me and this one other person lived in this big old, what used to be a church, but part of it burnt down and they like kind of rebuilt it, but it was all like layman work. So it was just bad. And it was super creepy. It was so creepy. But anyway, that's a whole different story. What I wanted to say, though, is that we painted the whole thing, and we painted it, like, basically this color. And it was, before that, it was, like, this murky, gross, yellowy cream color. And it was so dirty and nasty. And after we painted it, though, it, like, completely changed the whole place. And it became this, like, I called it the Gray Haven. And it was just so, that color to me is just such a soft, comforting color. And if I had, we're the house we're in now, we're renting, but someday when I get my own house, I'm probably gonna just have a big comfort room somewhere. I would love to have a big comfort room and just paint everything this color and just like have a bunch of like charcoal blankets and pillows in the middle of the floor that you could just like flop into. That sounds so nice. That sounds so nice right now. Anyway, all of that to say that I think I'm going to use the clay instead of the iron blocks on these corner towers. I think that's actually going to look quite a bit better. I did also finish the walls, which I think I already mentioned before. I'm trying to think if there's anything else above ground that I happen to work on or finish, but I don't think there is. Now, something I want to do too is that way is to my old base. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's the way. I get so turned around. Actually, nope, it's that way. Ha ha ha. Yeah, this way is the way to my old base. And I'd kind of like to have a path to it, because right now you pretty much have to ender pearl, like up to the tree, in order to get there. And I feel like it would be helpful to actually have like a... Oh, poop. I feel like it would be helpful to have like an actual path from here all the way back to our old place over there. Oh, you can see the tower now. I guess I changed my render distance. I forgot about that. So that it would be longer. Yeah, so anyway, so I might make some sort of little path through the woods here to connect to this, because I feel like that would be helpful. I'm pretty sure I was planning on this tower. It was either this tower or this tower, I'm not sure which, that I was going to use as a storage room. I don't remember which was which. But, so that would be kind of weird, I guess, if this was like storage and then you keep going into the forest. I don't know, is that weird? Maybe. I also will need to transfer like all of the farm stuff over. That's going to be quite a task in itself. But, speaking of farms, good segue. Speaking of farms, I want to show you guys the farm area that I've been working on. Now, this is the underbelly of the base, which I don't know how much I showed you guys when I was like starting on this, but ta-da! It is hollowed out all the way around. What's with this piece of dirt? We gotta get rid of this. There's two of them. Wow, little rebels. Little rebels. But yeah, so now it matches the wall on the surface. And I haven't decided, let's go ahead and put our armor on. I haven't decided what I want to do, what material I want to make these walls out of. I haven't quite figured that part out. I need it to be something solid unless I'm going to put a layer behind it, which might be kind of cool. What might be kind of cool, this is actually the wall, so that's good. So I can just build it in. Is if I mimic the wall up on the surface, you know, with the prismarine and the glass and the sea lanterns and the nether fence. But then what I could do is behind the nether fence, I could put like not prismarine bricks, but the normal prismarine, and that would kind of change colors. That might be kind of cool. What do you think about that? I mean, it would take a lot. Oh, and it doesn't account for the actual spots with the towers. Now, as you can see, I have started lining this with these prismarine bricks. I was trying to figure out, I wanted to get started somewhere. And I did put this in for the ceiling. I might do something a little more interesting in terms of the design. I left spaces open for where the towers and stuff are going. So I have the option to do something a little bit more creative there. I just haven't decided on what that is going to be. Huck actually came and helped me put up the ceiling, so that was really nice too. It saved me a lot of time because I was really nervous about it taking forever. This is wrong. This is kind of wrong here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Yep. Okay, so maybe it's not wrong. It's just a little confusing. It will be easier to do this once I've actually finished the towers up above too, like the flooring of the towers, because as you can see on this one, yeah, that one, the lanterns actually stick down because of the tower up above it. So that's going to be that way on these sides too, once I actually do the floors. This is a little confusing here. What's going on here? I think this is like, yeah, that's like an error. Is it? Maybe not. What? Houston, we have a problem. Not sure what's going on here, but we'll have to figure that part out later. Now, okay, so I'll keep working on that. But what I also need to do is actually, which I've started over there, I need to bring the floor down a couple levels, because right now this isn't tall enough to do like farms. I guess I didn't explain that. So I'm going to be doing farms down here. This is going to be like the farm haven. So I'm going to probably quarter it, and then it'll be like animal farms, plant farms, dye farms, maybe, if I can pull that off, and then maybe a tree farms. So that's what I'm thinking. Like each quarter will have its own farm section, and then I can put in all of the plants and everything, all the dye stuff. I feel like some of the dyes are going to be tricky though, because like there's certain ones that like require certain plants and stuff, like the lapis to get the blue. I guess you can use lapis, but you can also use the orchids, right? So I'm not sure. I'm going to have to do some research into some different dye farm designs. I know I've seen a few before, so I'll have to get some ideas there before I start constructing it. And then the challenge of getting it to fit into a quarter circle shape. That's going to be fun too. Ah, the joys of building circles in Minecraft, right? I think I could have picked something a little bit simpler, but hey, challenges are good, right? They're good for us. They push us to be better, push us to strive for more. Something, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, so I'm really excited to have this part hollowed out. I've kind of prioritized this bit lately, in part because it's just kind of mindless work that's pretty easy to do, but also because I feel like once I have the farms down here, I'll be able to have a more sort of sustainable base to be able to build the other stuff. Oh, look what I did here. I guess I was gonna line this like so. Oh snap. See, sometimes I make decisions at an earlier time and then I surprise myself. I'm like, oh, what do you know? I was gonna do that. Yeah, that's gonna look cool. I might even do it to like a point or something like that, which I think is how it actually was going to be on the surface, but then we had to leave space for the doorway. Right? I think that's how that worked. Okay. Let's get these. Oh. Now the one thing in terms of like animals and stuff that I didn't make a space for yet is horses. So I'm thinking I might do one of the sections up above ground as like a stable area. That's what I'm thinking. You know, like I had a couple of different ideas. One of them being that each of the different sections could be like a different themed garden, maybe representing a different biome or something. But then I realized with the biome thing, that's kind of something that Liam already did with his base. So I don't know if I want to like do a similar thing or if I should do something completely different. There's the trash truck. I hear the trash truck outside. But yeah, so I haven't decided what I want to do there, but I think that one of them being the stables might be a good idea because I can't really keep the horses down here because it doesn't really make it easy access to them. Not that I really use horses much on the surface, but I kind of would like to start maybe using them a little bit more. You know, I think that would be kind of fun. I will say that one idea or one thing that I'm also going to need to do is to, you guys know my old path, which went all the way to my old base, and it went to that little bridge and stuff, and it was like lined with birch trees. That thing, I'm going to have to like redirect it to this base instead. So that's going to be another fun little task to do. I have just been coming in here and like mining bit by bit, and then having to go and repair my pick quite frequently, more frequently than I would like. But I basically just put on some music or hop in someone's live stream and then mine away. Is it nighttime already? Wow. That went by so fast. Super fast. Let's go ahead and grab some more prismarine blocks, bricks, not blocks. So these guys, this is what I was thinking for the lining of the wall, potentially, to like mimic that design, but along the inside of the wall down below. I don't know how that would look. I guess with the glass too, you'd have to do something behind it. Oh, that would be a lot of resources just for a wall. And with it being the farms, it's not like people are going to come down here very much, you know? So I don't know how, like, exquisite I want to make it, because it's really not that big of a part of the base, you know? I mean, it's big physically, but it's not, like, that amazing or anything. So that's what I've been planning on doing. That's what I've been working on. I'm really excited about this base. It's coming along pretty quick, like faster than I thought it would. But it's exciting to see it coming together, to see my visions come to life, you know? Pretty fun. So I'm pretty pumped about finishing up the outer towers. That's going to be kind of my priority. And then getting to work on the main tower, the big central main tower. What I think I want to do, though, is decide on which one's going to be the storage tower, and then do that one first, because then I can start to more properly store materials instead of just keeping them all in the middle of my base like they are currently. They're kind of just all over the place. It's a little bit hard to keep track of stuff. I hear a zombie. I guess I didn't sleep, did I? It's probably still dark outside. Yeah, but that looks cool already. Kind of just adding that little effect. I have been storing all of the stuff that I've been gathering here. So I now have plenty of dirt and like stone that I can use. And I'm going to need a lot of these stone slabs. So that's actually really good. Really good. We also got quite a bit of gravel and sand and stuff. Yep. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So that's where we're at. Also, I know some of you guys saw this. I made this weird like little waterfall thing in the middle during one of my live streams, and it's silly. It's just silly. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. It doesn't make sense, and it makes this place slightly precarious. So if I'm gonna have, one of the things I want to have is lots of iron golems. I love iron golems. So if I'm gonna have those guys like wandering around, I can't have like accessible water like that just all over the place where they might drown or something. Oh, I didn't think that was gonna go. It's like, what is going on? I guess there's also some right here, some sources. I guess we could pick this one up. There we go. Maybe we can like keep a little bit because that won't kill anyone. I don't think this is gonna work, but oh well, that's the idea. Maybe we could just have a little thing like that instead. I think that'll be better suited for this place. Though it might be better to just have this floor space as an option for being able to get to the other wings as well. Not really sure, haven't really decided. Anyway, guys, I know that was a lot of rambling, but it's mostly just explaining some of the plans that I have and things I've been working on. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!